Credit Karma is probably one of my favorite ones to use on a regular basis to check my score, check my reports, and everything else in between. So today I'm going to show you the top 5 credit improving apps that you can utilize to improve your credit score today. Now, we're actually going to hop on a desktop to show you, but all of these are going to be available directly onto your phone to be able to download and start using right away, which if you're interested, I will actually have the links to these in the show notes down below. Help support out the channel financially, but gets you more free content just like this. And as you can see here, our very first one is going to be with MyFico. So MyFico is probably the only one out of all these on this list that will actually give you all 3 of your credit bureau scores all in one place. Now, it is going to have a little bit more of a cost than any of the other ones, which most are going to offer free services. So just something to keep in mind, but you are going to get a couple other things as well too on top of that, such as identity theft protection, proactive credit report, and 28 FICO scores, including mortgage, auto, and credit versions. So like I mentioned, you get your 3 credit report bureaus right over here. Now, the next one on this list, I'm actually going to show you my personal one, which is with Creditwise. Now, Creditwise is actually through Capital One, so I'm actually logged into my account, but if you don't use Capital One or have the account, you can still do this entirely for free. And the way this will do it is it actually is going to show you your score right over here, and it actually updates for you on a weekly basis. But the biggest thing that this app actually lets you do is go through and see how you can improve your credit score through a credit simulator. So you can actually plug in some information and actually see if that's going to help or maybe even hurt your credit score. So you can go in here and look at the simulator, and you can even click on suggestions so they can give you some ideas of what you can utilize to actually improve your score. So this is a great feature for a lot of people. It also shows you your activity and maybe alerts for things that are going on with your account so you can be aware of your credit score and even credit report. Now, next up on this list is going to be with Experian Boost. Now, I've actually done a video here on Experian Boost showing you actually the step-by-step process to increase your credit score with a feature that they have. Now, the biggest thing with Experian is it's just through Experian and none of the other 2 major credit bureaus, so just something to keep in mind. But you can see here, it shows me my score, it tells me my total debts, open accounts, inquiries, credit usage. It gives me all the data points that I need to know on how I'm effectively using my credit score. Now, next up after this is going to be with Credit Sesame. Now, Credit Sesame actually does give you TransUnion information. So you can see here, I can see my TransUnion numbers, and I can actually go through and it'll give me so many different ideas on what I can do to improve my score. It gives me my credit analysis. It also gives me different benefits to sign up for different cards. So just keep that in mind if that can benefit you to actually open up more accounts and all the different actions that you can take on here as well. Now, it's kind of off the screen right over here, so I'm going to move it really quick, but you can see there are a lot of different actions that you can take. You can actually open up a personal account. You can look at Sesame Cash. You can look at your credit reports as well too, which is just as vital as actually knowing your score, just in case you didn't know that. So just something to keep in mind. Credit Sesame gives you all of those functions. Now, the next one on this list is going to be with Credit Karma. Now, Credit Karma is probably one of my favorite ones to use on a regular basis to check my score, check my reports, and everything else in between. Part of the reason why for that is you can see they actually give me 2 scores, my TransUnion and my Equifax. So if I combine this with Experian Boost, I actually can get all 3 of my major credit bureaus without paying anything out of pocket. Now with this also gives me a lot of ideas of, what I can have for suggestions for new cards, but it also gives me my overall view of my account, recommendations, and everything else that I need to know to, 1, check my credit score to see where it's at, and 2, what I can do to actually improve that credit score, because the more you know your score, the better chances are to help it improve and get better interest rates for your future loans. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have the links to all of these in these show notes down below for you. That will actually help support out the channel financially, but it also gives you access to sign up right away and more free content just like this. Now, what I would like you to do next is actually click on this video right over here so you can learn about some of these apps we just talked about here today a little bit more in depth individually. My name is Dennis, and I will see you in that next video.